What's up guys, it's Maddie here from DCLblogger.com. I thought I'd make a bit of a fun video today, kind of showing the scale of Decentraland. I wanted to do a bit of comparisons to current monuments and buildings and see how many of them you can kind of fit in Decentraland. So I picked the Great Pyramid of Giza, which everyone's familiar with. Pyramids, being large in scale and size. Did a bit of research on them to see the exact dimensions and tried to see if anyone can actually build this in Decentraland. So just to give you guys a bit of an idea, you can have a look here how small someone is and how high the pyramid looks. And I think it's about 136 meters in height and 230 meters on each side. So considering each land size is 10 by 10 meters, that means that you need 23 by 23 lands in length and width to be able to build this. And the height checks out too, because with a height of 136 meters or 140 meters, you can actually fit, if you have 23 by 23 parcels, then if you do the math on that, you can actually fit that. But anyway, before we kind of get into that, let's just show you guys just the scale of the pyramid. Some of these videos I came across.
How the Egyptians built these giant superstructures using the simple technology of
It's pretty big, isn't it? Pretty big. So you got that. You got some guy that climbed it. And it's pretty cool to see it from a bird's eye perspective, because you can see, like, if you're at this size, if you have a building this size, if you have a really big estate and you're able to build a building this size, this is the view you're going to be having. You can kind of see a lot of things around you, what's happening. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't even think this guy's at the top. Okay, he's almost at the top. Surely this is dangerous. Alright, 146 meters in height. Okay, so let's do the math on that, guys. So like I said before, it's 23 by 23 pixels in size. Let me show you the picture, actually. So this is what I've done. This is a Photoshop map. I've kind of put the map together using Photoshop. This is before the auction, so you can see some of these are blacked out. Ignore all the map details. Let's just look at the map size. And I've done some other buildings here, and I'll go through that a little bit later. But you can see here, I'm kind of seeing that estate that recently is being chopped up and sold. I haven't really counted exactly how many pixels it is, but it was pretty much the size of this pyramid, give or take a couple of pixels. So you can fit, this is exactly to scale, 23 meters by 23 meters. And you can see it's quite small compared to all of Decentraland. So if you zoom out, you can fit quite a lot of them in Decentraland. So I'll do the math later on, but just to give you an example, if you were to kind of drag this into the district, you drag it over here into, Dragon City. Check this out. Like, how big is the pyramid and how big is Dragon City going to be? Considered, like, you can fit like 3, 6, 9, probably 10 of them in all of Dragon City. So it gives you the scale or the size of how big Dragon City is going to be, or a district of this size. Ethereum is, I think it's a little bit bigger. So, you can probably fit like 12 of them, 4, 8, 12, 16, maybe 15 of them. Yeah, the height, so yeah, 23 by 23 pixels in length and width gives you a height. Remember, the build height is, let's kind of pull this note section. This is the build height. So N is the number of pixels that you own. Okay, so 23 by 23 by 23 gives you 529 pixels. And now you put that 529 in this formula, and you get 530 into this log2 base calculator. You get 9, and then you times that 9 by 20. Times that by 20 is about 180 meters. So having a 23 by 23 size estate gives you a build height of 180 meters, which is, an extra 30 meters on top of the Great Pyramid of Giza. So yeah, if you have an estate that size, you can build something of the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza. So that's that, but I've done some other things as well. I've put in a couple of other monuments. So you've got the Colosseum. Okay, I'll put the Colosseum over here. I've got a tennis court. This is the tennis court, actually. I've got a football stadium. football kind of court, football field, just to show you the scale and the size of the. I didn't know tennis courts were so small. They're 8 by 24 meters, I think. Let's check this out. So you got a soccer field is 110 meters by 75 meters, which is 11 by 7.5 pixels, so 11 by 8 pixels, which is basically that. So 11 by 8 is what, 88 pixels? 88 parcels or 88 land parcels that you need to be able to build a soccer field. So you need a pretty big estate. Some of the people have it. Some people can build this estate. So for example, the guy that bought all of these. Some people down in Dragon City, below Dragon City, this guy can build a soccer stadium. It'd be pretty cool if someone goes ahead and does that. Or you can probably build that within a district somewhere. And you've got the Colosseum. So I've got the Colosseum over here. This is all in the exact size relative to Decentraland. So, I mean, the Colosseum is pretty big. I kind of had the idea of wanting to build a bit of a battle arena where you can, buy weapons and fight each other. Now I can release like lions and stuff into the stadium with really cool AI, and you'll have to fight them, and the winner kind of gets something. So I actually want to build something of this size. So it's pretty cool to see that you can actually build it with, like, let's see, Colosseum. You need 256 pixels, so 87 by 55 meters. I think it's just the arena. Is that right? Oh, meters. Sorry. Yeah. So 9 by 6 land parcels will just get you the arena, which is the middle bit. And 16 by 16, I think, is the size of the whole stadium. Circular stadium. So 16 here, 16 here. Somewhat circular. It's not completely circular. I think it's a bit longer on one side. But something like that. I mean, yeah, this is Battlegrounds, I think, Battleground District. So, I mean, you could probably build that in there somewhere. That'll be pretty cool. Somewhere in the center. So there's that. Then I've got Disneyland Japan. There's Japan Disneyland, which we all know is pretty freaking big, right? And you can build that in Ethereum. So you can you imagine? I don't think there's an estate of this size, sadly. Like this, someone would need to own pretty much all of the Southwest independently to be able to build something the size of Disneyland. But gives you an example, like you can build all of Disneyland in Ethereum District. And more. You can build that and more. You can build that in Vegas, you can build that in Dragon City, but you can, not only that, you can build that, you can build a Colosseum, you can even build like 3 pyramids, probably 2 or 3 of these, a few stadiums, a few tennis courts, all in Ethereum District. I mean, that's probably not what's going to happen, but just to give you guys an idea of the scale of things that you can build in Decentraland. So the question was, how many pyramids can you actually fit in Decentraland? And given that the 23 by 23, which gives you a land, an estate size of 529 square pixels, yeah, that's how many you need. 529 parcels of land. So there's 9,000 or 90,000 parcels of land in all of Decentraland. So 90,000 divided by 529. 170. So you can build 170 in all of Decentraland. Obviously, I'm not going to take out the roads in the districts. I'm just going to show you guys an overall, like how many of these can you actually fit, right next to each other. 170 of them, guys. It's just like really, really big. It's kind of good. I like that size. It's not too big. Like Decentraland is not so big that it's going to have a lot of empty spots. Eventually, they're going to get filled out. And I think once they do, it's going to be really awesome to enter and just see like so many projects going on. And there'll be like, surely there'll be some that will stand out from the rest. And they'll be really, really awesome. But another thing I realized, guys, is that you don't have to have one set scene for the rest, like forever in that land parcel of yours. So if I do go ahead and build this battleground, then imagine that for one day or 2 days in the week, I'll have a couple of events. And then wouldn't it be possible for the rest of the days to completely change the scene into something else, make it a haunted mansion for another 2 days of the week, and another 2 days of the week kind of make it something else? I don't know, maybe like a really big theme park or something. So you can have events in your estate and keep changing them every now and then, right? I'm not a developer, but I mean, it sounds like it's a possible thing to do. So It's pretty cool to think that you can have multiple projects in the same estate. Um, yeah. Anyway, guys, just wanted to show you the scale of things and see how big of a, how big, what size monuments you can build in Decentraland. Like if you have estates that are decent size. What about this one? So this one's pretty cool size. Let's see if you can build a soccer stadium in there. Almost. You can almost build a soccer stadium. Maybe you can build like a, I don't know, if you like what do you call it? Ice hockey or something. What's something square, circular, a little bit smaller than that. This is I really like the fact that some people have some really big estates. This guy chopping up his estate is kind of sad to see. It breaks my heart. But hopefully it goes to someone good. You can the Genesis plazas. Okay, they're 20 by 20 meters, I believe, or 20 by 20 land size parcels. So I think I did the math on that. You can build 225 Genesis plazas technically, or things as big as the Genesis Plaza in all of Decentraland. So there's plenty of space. Bottom line is that once these worlds start to get filled out within like the next year or two, there is going to be so much to explore. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in another one.